So big things going on for the New York Giants over spreading out Kenny Galladay. If you haven't noticed over on my Twitter, we have already some news around how stacked the tight end position over with getting Galladay. What we're seeing over with Darius Slayton, of course, that they still have Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram, and now they picked up Zach Rudolph. That if you don't know, he's a great tight end back then for the Minnesota Vikings, having outstanding performances down the red zone. He's going to be a prodigal part with especially still a young pocket passer like Daniel Jones. I don't know how that's going to work. I'll get into more detail in the future, especially when possibly the free agency is over completely. We're first prodigally focusing on the draft. But let's look into the Las Vegas Raiders, man. I mean, look at them making over these front office decisions. If you see what they did, they're obviously still trying to surround Derek Carr, spread over the floor. They have, I know John Brown from Arizona. He can be used as a decent speedster. They picked up Solomon Thomas. They picked up Yamek Ngakwe, Quentin Jefferson. They can spread out the floor. I think they also picked up Nevin. And we know how much Brian Edwards, Henry Ruggs had a breakout season. And, John Brown could be spread out as a good slot to assist with that offense. Because if you didn't know, Raiders were actually pushing down, I think, a decent above 500 record when they were pushing down near week 10, about 6-4 or 6-3. And they were doing perceivably well. They couldn't hack it off in the second half of the season, sadly, and they fell off shorter over the last 7 games. And picking up Ngakwe, and I also think they also got good running. Jonathan Haskins, Nicholas Morrow, and Kendrick Drake, and Kendrick Drake to help with Josh Jacobs, and they can spread over the floor with an undersized halfback. That's actually what I want to see. This is stuff that's going to help the Raiders at least produce somewhat of a 9-7 or 8-8 record. The spreading down off the development of the LA Chargers. Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get over the Broncos this season, and practically really trying to defend their AFC title crown is back over to the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be really tough to see what's going to happen come this season, man. I'm a bit skeptical over the offseason decisions, what they're trying to spread over the floor over the loss of everybody questioning what happened back then involving their John Gruden's play style, outdated play style, how they can't even move out the floor. Derek Carr keeps getting sacked, getting rid of Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper for dirt for pennies on the dollar. It just felt like they were just getting a whole lot of nothing. Hopefully, we are completely right or wrong, because they can spread out numbers. I don't know what they're going to trade over for Marcus Mariota, possibly come the draft time. But I'm intrigued. That's all I could say so far. I can't be that complete. You can always say a team looks great on paper, but they need to produce in the season. And we don't know until we actually get noticeable superstars come this off season. And the Raiders have potential. They can spread over the floor. They really turned some heads last season. They really did. I think didn't they shut off freaking Kansas? I swear they shut off Kansas in a close one. They had a giant comeback against New York in a cover zero. Yes, a cover zero over a huge blitz play that led over with a massive game-winning touchdown by over Derek Carr. And they technically had a better record than last season. They finished over 9-7. They had a 4-12. And the last time they made relevance over in the playoff was a 12-4 record with Derek Carr sadly missing out over an injury, leading out for Connor Cook to be the quarterback. So hopefully we can spread it out the floor. Josh Jacobs is obviously the breakout offensive player that the Raiders will be building upon and spreading out the depth for the running plays. They still have Don't they still have Dalvin Walker? Don't they still have Walker? They have a great tight end, and they're just moving out the floor more with an additional speedster, a veteran secondary. I think their defense also needs help because they have yet to cover down that midfield. And they're just picking up a few edge rushers, Jonathan Hankins, Solomon Thomas, and especially Ngakwe. And I'm just not seeing much to help over Derek Carr. And this is coming after they started off a pretty decent record. They even came off 3 straight victories. And it's not like these teams were pushovers that they beat. They faced off the Chargers that were having a pretty good record at the time. I mean, we're having some competitive games, and then the Cleveland Browns. I think didn't they were second in the division? They were pushing off hard, and then Week 11 happened. They had their second meeting against the Chiefs. That did not end pretty after they beat them in their last game before their bye week back in Week 7. Chiefs figured them out, finished over their backfield, and snuffed them in a blowout. So you could just say whatever you want. It was a close game. I liked the game, but still, you could see that the Raiders can be a contender. They can be a contender. They can play pretty decent football. They have synergized well upon their offense. Their defense needs a bit of improvement. Hopefully over some of these pickups that I feel like the Raiders are doing, like just sleepingly coming in, as well as picking up who in the Theo Reddick is. He's just bona fide fodder, I guess. He can't be $3.5 million in the cap. That can't be possible. That's a bit pricey for a third string. It's obvious they're having Kenyon play second. But yeah, I'm liking what the Raiders are doing. Hopefully they make it up because I always want to see a team play. See a team that came from being trash to being, successful in the offseason. That would be pretty good. Other than that, thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll go over more NFL teams. More you guys watch the video. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll go over the second channel. And that's it from the DST Network.